It's been the kind of year I'd be fine if I forgot, yeah. But I'll never forget it as long as I live, and that's saying a lot. The wildest menagerie of unfortunate, crazy things, and now it's all over. So raise up your glass, here's to brand new beginnings, and leave in the past all the things that are ending. 'Cause tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. My friends, I believe that the best is yet to come. So I guess now there's proof that all good things must come to an end, yeah. And I couldn't tell you what comes next, but I do know that we'll never ever be standing here again. So here's to the memories, I forever keep them here with me. And I can't believe that it's over. So raise up your glass, here's to brand new beginnings, and leave in the past all the things that are ending. 'Cause tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. My friends, I believe that the best is yet to come. Every ending is a new beginning, is a new beginning, a new beginning. So raise up your glass, here's to brand new beginnings, and don't shed a tear for the things that are ending. 'Cause tomorrow will bring us a new morning sun. My friends, I believe that the best, and love, I believe that the best, and love, I believe that the best is yet to come.
So, good morning, everybody. It is a fabulous Friday. You did it. You made it through the week. We're like two-thirds of the way through this brand new month. And I am so glad to be kicking off my fabulous Friday with you, fabulous folks, today. I am Jennifer Ogilvy, and I am one of a team of facilitators for Silk and Sonder Socials. I am coming to you from Garland, Texas, which is a little suburb in the Dallas, Texas area. It's about 24 degrees here right now. We finally got winter. I am a Houston area transplant, so this is kind of like a real winter for me. Usually, Houston's very moderate. um, One of our other fabulous facilitators is on the other end of our chat. There's Karen. She is a really early bird. If you are a West Coaster like she is. You might just be crawling out of bed, but she is going to be on our chat this morning. So if you have any questions that come up, be sure to shout out to her. And then when we're working our on our bingo board, I will also be available. But we are both so happy to welcome you this morning. I don't know if we have any newbies, but I'm glad to welcome you. If this is your very first social, I know that lots of people got Silk and Sonder for a holiday gift this year. And so we are really happy that you have joined the Sonder family. I have been involved with Silk and Sonder for about a year now. I started working my journals back in kind of the end of last February. So it's been almost a year. I am an early childhood educator who retired after 30 something years. I was in the kindergarten classroom for 8, and then I was an administrator for a church program where we had a couple hundred kids come every week. And when I retired, I kind of found myself stumbling along, thought I would be able to have all the time in the world to get all the things done, and I didn't. And that's where my journal came in handy. I started doing a lot of reflection. I found out that retirement is a huge new chapter to be dealt with, to be figured out, and being able to put pen to paper has been so cathartic for me. And then I have the whole productivity end of it where I can build my structure back into my days because I was truly missing it. I didn't miss the job and the responsibilities, but I missed that built-in structure. So I love my journal. I'm so glad that you're here today. By being here, you are automatically entered into our self-care raffle for some goodies. So cross your fingers, hoping that you guys are all winners. Um, Feel free to go grab a quick snack, a granola bar, tea, um, a second cup of coffee, water, whatever you need. This is a very creative process this morning. So if you are a sticker, washi tape kind of person, grab those, your markers, your crayons, your fun pens and pencils, and just give yourself a little kudos for being here on a Friday morning. So I'm super excited about this month's theme of imagination. I had shared last month that, I felt a little prickly with the indulgence thing. I really learned so much about myself through last month and doing that indulgence and feeling like it is okay to indulge every now and then. But boy, when imagination came up, I was like, yeah, that's my thing. As an early childhood educator, I would go to meetings with grown-ups and I could always just walk into a classroom and jump into the world of imagination. Going to the moon or swinging to the sky. I always had those built-in breaks, and honestly, maybe that's some of the things that I missed when I retired. I wasn't able to feed that imagination anymore. So very excited that we are going to be leaning into that this morning. So our agenda is going to look like this. We're going to do a little imagination exercise to get our brains moving since it is morning. Then we're going to work on our bingo board and then we will close out. I also will post my song list, my playlist at the end if you want to snap a picture. My husband and I share a Spotify account, and you guys don't need to be subjected to Jim Ogilvy's playlist. So I'm going to spare you from that. And you can just snap and go build yourself a lovely little playlist if you like what you hear today. I will be doing a little bit of talking at the front end because I have some fun things to share with you. You might even want to grab a piece of scrap paper to take notes. I tend to be a processor. And so many times I will attend socials and I will just make notes and then go back when I can really ruminate and pour myself into my journal. So that might be a little tip that would help you out this morning. So I'm going to give a lot of chatty stuff at the front end, and then we'll dive into actually working in that bingo board and sharing in the chat. But let's kick off with imagination. Um, Karen's going to drop a link to an article I read from Psychology Today, and it is about why it's important for adults to continue to have imagination. That we have opportunities to work on our imagination, to continue growing it. We kind of grow up and we forget how important it is, to still tap into that childlike, what we think is childlike behavior. And I read this great little blip that said knowledge and imagination are the dynamic duo. Isn't that awesome? It says being more imaginative allows a person to make creative connections and inferences using past experience and knowledge base. And research indicates that when you are a more robust daydreamer, that's associated with superior intelligence. So I'm going to encourage you guys to really lean into tapping into that imagination. Teach yourself to see what's possible rather than what's not possible. If your default response to say no when you're given an opportunity, um, think about what might happen if you say yes. An entirely new world opens up. So rather than heading down the path of impossibility, which actually closes your neural pathways, take the other path of opening up to possibility, even if you experience self doubt, knowing that there's often way more than one solution to a problem. So, that said, I'm going to get you guys to kind of take a look at this image. You see a box, right? Well, there is a children's book, and Karen's going to drop that in our chat as well. It's called Not a Box. And it's a children's board book. And basically it's this little bunny who is creating this box that becomes a rocket ship, and a building that's on fire, and he's a firefighter, putting the fire out. So I want you guys to take just a second, maybe in the scratch side of your journal, and I want you to answer that question as well. It's not a box, it's a, and take that and jump into it. What is it for you? Is it a suitcase? Where are you going? Who are you going with? Is it a garden box? Maybe you're going to become a gardener this year. What are you growing? What does that mean for you and the food you eat? Maybe it's a new car. What color is it going to be? Where is it going to take you? Maybe it's a cubicle at a brand new job that you're thinking of. So I'm going to play a song. I want you guys to get your imagination fired up, and that's going to get our brain ready. I can see Holly's already said it's a puppy transport vessel. So you guys, plug into this, and we're going to just listen to one quick song, get our brains woken up, and then we'll lean into the bingo board. Oh my goodness. You guys really got your neural pathways open. I don't know what age we are when we quit paying such close attention to the box. If you've been around kids, you know, it doesn't really matter what's in it. They want to play with the box. So thank you for coming on this journey with me. I saw lots of doors and portals and there's lots of little sweet things like puppies and kitties and baby chicks and I love the already prepped food that's in that box. That makes just life so much easier to not have to do that. A birdhouse. You guys really kind of started using that imagination, so your brain is saying thank you this morning. I appreciate you guys jumping into this box with me. We thought outside of the box. So let's get going with our bingo board. And as I said earlier, I'm going to do a little bit of chatting right now, and then I'll get quiet so you can jump into this. But we're kind of fortunate in that there's already been a bingo social this month. So I was able to capture some images that were very inspiring. I'm going to share those with you, and we'll just kind of jump in. Um, this chat is going to be a very good resource because I know our Sonder family loves to support one another. So it may move a little fast. That's okay. Don't panic about it. Just kind of take notes or grab bits that resonate for you. If you're new here and this is your first social and your first journal, it's okay to take it slow and steady. And just always keep in mind, this is your journal. And I'm going to full disclosure here. I really felt like I've been doing this for almost a year, but it took me till about April, maybe April, May, to really figure out how to make this journal work for me and my life. So if you are a sticker, washi tape, scrapbook person, that's awesome. I tend to use pencils, colored pencils, and my pen. I take the pressure off of yourself. You do what you need to do so that you own this journal. So that's a good takeaway for you guys. Um, I will also say that in our journals, if you keep, I'm going to tear mine out because I am actually going to make mine an annual bingo board. But you might want to turn your journal this way, and then that way the spiral is at the top, and you're not constantly bumping into it with your hand when you are working on your board. So, but I actually am going to tear mine out because I want to kind of use mine in conjunction with my vision board and my sort of goals for this upcoming year. And so I'm going to actually pin mine to a bulletin board. So, but here's some of the ways you're going to be able to use it. You can do it as an annual bingo board. Like you're going to work on this one for the whole year. I've kind of put my big goals and intentions on it. I want to, and a lot of it is projects, but doing those projects is self-care for me. I love homemaking. I want to do some quilts. I want to get my door frames painted in my new old house. So I've kind of put my big projects through the year. I want to get 4 mani-pedi days in. That's a pretty big splurge for me. So I'm going to put 4 little boxes within the box, but it's going to be an annual bingo board. However, you may decide to use yours as a monthly bingo board. Maybe you'll put things down that you want to do each month. So you'll make one board and scan it in and then use it as each month comes up. Maybe you'll do a bingo board for 1 week where you really indulge and do some heavy self-care. It could be seasonal. You may decide to do 4 bingo boards that revolve around our seasons and holidays. Maybe you're going to save a bingo board for your birthday month and make that whole month about your birthday or other milestones. You could also do alliteration with your themes. So maybe joyful January, fabulous February, adventurous April, or you could use the Silk and Sonder themes that come out each month. I love that we lean into those things that really help grow our brains and that we have those different themes each month. And then again, you can also be inspired from habit trackers that are in your previous journals. Or maybe if you've worked on your vision board, you can take your vision board and pair up some of your visions to actually the action items in your bingo. So reflect on those previous months that you've had, your goals, your intentions, ways you're going to do self care. So let me share some of the things that I captured for you that I wanted to share for you to think about. And I will go back and forth through these slides as needed, just so you guys can keep having your eyes on them. But you might want to think about the practices you want to stop, start, and continue. Maybe one of your bingos is to stop some stuff, and you can give yourself a big O check when you've actually said no for the first time. I had that was one of my struggles is being able to say no and put parameters in. Think about what makes you happy. Maybe there's some new interests or hobbies. And then again, pull from your trackers from this previous year. So this is a bingo board that one of our Sonder fam shared, and she actually leaned into our theme this month. You'll see imagination bingo. So she really did a lot with what would spark her imagination. But what I loved about this one is down at the bottom, she gave herself 3 wild cards and then gave herself 3 wild card spaces. And so that's kind of fun. If you're not sure what you want to do, you can give yourself permission to do that. Just leave a wild card and maybe something will come up and you're like, that's a good thing to plug in there if something should come your way. This is a yearly chart that another Sonder fam member did. She did the self-care bingo, but look at that middle space. I love this grace space. And when Karen and I were going over today's social last night, I told her, I'm giving myself a grace space. And that is for the things that are really big deals when I mess up. And I can just give myself very intentional permission to let it go. And I'm talking about like when I backed the car out, but also hit the garage door and it came down on top of the car and messed up the car and the garage door. And I racked myself over the coals for that. So I am building in a grace space this year for something because it's going to happen. Um, this is someone's self-care bingo board, and you can see this is a washi tape sticker girl. So if you've got those fun supplies, there you go. There's some great ideas. She's put no is a full sentence. So that's one of her goals was to be able to put something to the side and say no. She's got some intentional me time. So if you are a sticker person, this is a great way to do your bingo board. And then here is a 2-page spread bingo board by one of our Sonder family members. And this one you can see on the left side is the bingo board, but she's taking it another step further and she is responding to the reflection of actually completing that item on the bingo board. So for example, right here is take a power nap. And then she wrote, I was so drained. I napped for about 30 minutes midday. And so she was able to kind of expand that board of how it made her feel and kind of validated that choice. So that's another option for you in your bingo board. All righty, so this is a board with some things you might have seen before. I was also going to mention if you are on our app, you know that there are bingo boards there, and you may choose to just copy one of those boards over into your journal. And that's okay too. I have to laugh because one of the winter fun journals actually had things like make snow angels, build a snowman. Well, that's not going to happen in Texas. Pretty sure. So that bingo board might need to be adjusted a little bit for where you live. So you could take some of the ideas from the app and put the things that resonate with you in your own bingo board. All right. So I think whoops, I went too far. I think we're ready to dive in. I'm going to play some music and I will kind of back out of these slides so that you can keep checking and looking at them. And then if you guys, as you're working on your board, feel free to share in the chat because I know the inspiration from one another is amazing. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, me too. And I love those moments. That's the really cool thing about the Sonder fam. I'll play a few songs and then I'll check back in and we'll kind of go over some of the things you guys are coming up with. If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and Karen and I will be there to answer them. So let's get going on our self-care bingo board. All right. You guys are coming up with some great ideas. In case you missed a few things in the chat, I thought I'd share some of the things that I saw. There's going to be some very intentional bath times and self-care items. Um, it's all about that pen to paper accountability, right? So when we write it down, it is more likely to happen, especially when we can go back and look at it. Um, I was the stage manager for Maya the other night, and she mentioned the whole we need to quit shouldn't ourselves. We should take a nice long bath and soak. We should go for a walk. We need to quit that shoulding and put it down somewhere to hold ourselves accountable. And so I saw lots of wonderful things that are going to help you guys be accountable for your self care and giving you what you need. Someone said they're going to use a spot to do the daily rituals and to catch up on those and kind of stay current. Um, Someone's going to be very intentional about reading children's books, which, there's so many great lessons in some high quality children's literature. um, I saw monthly fitness board. That's amazing. Making sure that we take time to be outside. I think Nona Natalie is going to do some clothes shopping, but she's using her bingo so that she can monitor the expenditures and keep it budget friendly, which is also a very good self care step. I was going to share a couple of things. My Excel knowledge is kind of so I'm going to jump in and get a little more proficient in Excel so that I can do better communication through data, things that I need. And I am going to donate blood at least 4 times this year. So within that blood square, I'm putting 4 little, so I can check them off when I actually go do that. And I'm considering dabbling in a new language, just, trying to get a little bit of a skill built up where I do some online courses or something like that. And then I plan to do one learning a month via an Eventbrite event or or even just looking at a really solid TED Talk. So some other things to kind of help this old brain stay current. So I'm going to let you guys get back to it. Thank you so much for continuing to share. I will keep going back and forth with our examples, but what I'm seeing in our chat is awesome. And oh, I grabbed a snapshot because I was afraid I would lose it in the actual chat. But Latoya wrote that she just did bingo, and her B is to be intentional. So those are going to be acts that she does. I is investments, things that will pay off in the future. In no time like the present, she's going to tackle things that she's been putting off. G, give a hand, helping others in need or just general help. And O, one day at a time. The things that make her feel overwhelmed or anxious, she's just going to give herself permission to take those slow and steady. So I love that inspiration of using the regular bingo word. All righty. So you guys, thank you for continuing to share. I'm going to look forward to seeing what other things you guys have come up with. All righty. You guys, I hope that you have been able to get a good start on your bingo boards for however you wanted to do it, the month, the year, quarterly. And I hope that you will take time to post those bingo boards to Sonder Club because, as you know, this community is so inspiring for each other. If you're not already part of Sonder Club, I've put up the QR codes. You can hold your phone up there really quickly, and that'll link you up to being able to connect with the Sonder Club family. Also, just a reminder that we send out the questionnaire at the end of each social so that we can get your feedback and help ourselves grow, as well as hear your ideas for where you'd like Sonder Club to go and the Silk and Sonder Journal and things that you might want to see in your journal or other types of socials. So we're open for all the feedback that you have. In fact, socials like this came directly from feedback when we first started doing the smaller circles a year ago. So we love our Sonder fam. Thank you so much for kicking off Friday with Karen and myself. We've enjoyed hanging with you, and we just hope that you have a fabulous Friday and that you make this weekend amazing. See you guys around. Have a great day.
I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's grey and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you.